Hey guys, it's Uniquely Whispering ASMR, and today I have an update. Um, I'm not gonna bother doing this ASMR style, but if there is anything ASMR in it, it's unintentional. To be honest, have been trying to figure out what I would like to do with my channel in the last month or so. I have pre-recorded things, some of which I'm going to edit and some of which I'm going to scrap. And to be frank, ever since what started in the world, at least in America, because if you don't know, right now we're going through massive protests because another black person was killed by the police. And as a white person, for me personally, it does not feel right to keep making videos. I'm privileged on my own. I'm privileged because of my skin color, and I feel my time would be best used. My free time would be best used helping other people, helping the protesters protest, canvass, and spread awareness on social media. This is part of it, and to be honest, I just wanted to say that this channel, Uniquely Whispering ASMR, stands in solidarity with the Black Lives Matter movement. And I would personally like to take the next 2 weeks on this channel to promote people of color's content, especially Black people's content on YouTube, especially within the ASMR community. At least the general ASMR community that I've watched, and a lot of the, I want to say a lot of popular ASMR artists are white, and I think a lot of times people of color or Black people that feel tingles and looking for them probably don't see them. So I would ideally like to help out and bring awareness to those channels. I will also be dedicating the next 2 months to bringing awareness to social justice issues in the United States and the issue of systemic and institutional racism that our country is unfortunately very, what is the word I'm looking for? Very synced into. Not synced into. It's very attached to, because it's a system we've built based off of a long time ago, and not even a long time ago, but it's consistently being built on racist standings. For example, the police force was started by people that would chase slaves that ran away from the plantations to bring them back to their owners. I'm probably gonna cut some of this. I'm rambling it, and ideally, I do want to make it seem unedited because it's supposed to be a vlog style, and I do want to come across authentic, but I think I might cut some stuff out if it's a little too much. I will be doing my best to point everyone to resources about what's happening in the United States right now, resources to learn about systemic, institutional, and racism in general. I want to point to resources where white people or light-skinned people, such as myself, can learn to use their privilege to help other people with darker skin colors. Because, to be frank, what are you doing at this point if you're not helping? And I know that sounds really, really sassy, but in reality, I've known about Black Lives Matter for a long time. I've known about the movement for a while, and I've always sort of been that ally that's off to the side. I'll be like, if other people want to do it, I'll be like, sure, yeah, let's go do it. But it's very hard for me as a person to want to put myself out there. And right now, with what has happened in the United States, with the killing of George Floyd and countless others, I don't feel like that's an option anymore, and I don't feel like it's an option for this channel either, to just be devoid of that sort of information, to ignore this reality and keep posting relaxing content. That being said, I had originally thought maybe I should just avoid posting relaxing content for this entire month. And in my head, I thought it over because originally, like, as a white person, I can go onto YouTube whenever I want and watch ASMR and relax and truly be relaxed, because I'm not worried about being killed tomorrow, or I'm not worried about being arrested or stopped and frisked or assaulted because I'm a darker skinned person. I don't have to worry about that. And so therefore I'm like, is it fair to keep posting this content because I have the privilege of going to fully relax and other people don't? But then I came to the reality of, if personally for myself, I would like to spend the majority of my day focusing on protesting when I can, because I'm going to be frank, I live in the Washington, D.C. area, and there's a lot of things going on right now. And there's a lot I can be doing, and I would like to help. So I want to spend a lot of time focusing on that and less so on the internet. But I do have to realize for me personally that I have an internship I picked up before this all started that I have to work on. And I also know for me personally, if I spend too much time protesting or on the tensions that are happening in America, I'm going to eventually either burn out or just become so afraid that I'm not going to do anything. So part of me has to find healthy limits with this. So I've decided, for at least for this channel, and partially for myself, because sometimes I just need a project that's removed from the world right now to function, that I will not be posting relaxing ASMR content for the next 2 weeks. And I know some of you might want that. And I know it's also been a while since I posted in general, because the last time I posted was probably the last week of March. Or actually, no, I've posted a little bit since then. I no ASMR content for 2 weeks, because I do want us all to realize, at least all us white-skinned people and light-skinned people, that the ability we have to go in this community and listen to ASMR and listen to certain triggers and relax, like completely relax, is a privilege, because not everyone's able to do that, frankly. And I think it is important that we all experience some of that right now. That being said, I don't think the original plan of the whole month is gonna work. It's gonna work. It's gonna be satisfying for me, you, or all other people, including everyone of every skin color. So I do plan on putting videos up again at the end of the last half of this month, because I think we'll all need the ability to relax somewhat since then. By then. I also don't want to ignore Pride Month that's coming up this month. So I do want to make a Pride Month video, and it's likely going to be intersecting with race. Frankly, Pride has always been intersected with racial issues, because Black trans women were the first people to throw the rocks at the Stonewall riot. And if you don't know, the Stonewall riots was the beginning of the gay and lesbian liberation movement. So, and originally, African Americans and queer people worked together at the beginning of the queer movement to better queer rights. And I would like to bring that into visibility again, because not everyone knows that. And I do have to admit, and admittedly having attended Pride a couple of times myself, that on some level the true meaning of Pride has become obscured. And I would like to go over the history some in a video. I did have a relaxing video for Pride planned for about the middle of the month, but I think I'm going to scrap that video entirely because it doesn't feel right at this moment anymore. Also, don't expect everything to be in an ASMR content, because I also strongly feel right now that not everything should be in that sort of style now. This doesn't mean that I'm not an ASMR channel anymore. I just don't feel like it's right for me to willfully ignore what's going on in the world just to create relaxing content right now without acknowledging what's happening. So that's pretty much the entire blog update. Hope you have a good night, good day, or whatever this is. So have a good night, or good day, or whatever it is. This is so weird when I'm not gearing it towards sleeping. So night.